Hello everyone. Today, I'll show you how to create the input file. This file is needed to make videos using VidEmpire. It tells the software what kind of video you want to make. This is what the input file looks like. You can see it on the screen. Let me explain it step by step. First, you need to write the topic. The topic is the title or subject of the video you want to create. Next, you must add a separator. This separator is important because the full instruction should be written in one line only. Each line in the input file is counted as one video. So, if you want to create 10 videos, you have to write 10 separate lines, each with its own topic and instruction. After the topic and separator, you have to write the music folder name. This is the name of the folder that has the background music for the video. You need to place this music folder inside a folder called VidEmpire on your desktop. Inside that folder, you can create different folders for different music tracks. Then, use the folder name in the input file. Now, let's look at the third part. This is the video type. If you want to make long-form videos, write long. If you want to make short-form videos, write short. After that comes the channel token name. This is the token you created earlier to let the software post videos directly to your YouTube channel. I've already shown you in another video how to create this channel token. Just copy and paste that token name here. Next is the content prompt or script prompt. Since this tool uses AI to write scripts, you can guide the AI by giving some instructions here, like how you want the script to be written or what it should include. You can also give some hints or keywords to diversify your script. Then comes the image generation prompt. If you leave this part empty, the software will automatically create images based on your topic. But if you want to customize your images or give the AI some hints or instruction, you can write the prompt here. This helps the software create better and more relevant images for your videos. If you want to schedule your videos to be posted in the next 10 or 20 days, you can set that here. The software will follow your schedule and upload the videos to YouTube at the time you choose. We use the New York time zone for scheduling, so make sure you give the time based on New York time. There are two things to set here: days to publish time, hour and minute. If you want the video to be posted today, write 0 in the days to publish field. If you want to post it tomorrow, write 1. If you want it posted the day after tomorrow, write 2, and so on. For example, if you want to post it after 3 days, just write 3. Now for the hour and minute, use the 24-hour format. For example, if you want the video to be published at 5 o'clock p.m., write 1700. For 8:30 a.m., write 0830. After that, you'll see YouTube category ID. If you want to post the video under a specific category like education, entertainment, etc., you have to put the category number here. You can easily find the YouTube category numbers by searching on Google for YouTube category ID list. By default, the category is set to number 22, which is people and blogs. If you want to change it, you can do that by replacing the number with your desired category ID. Now, the last part of the input file is the background image folder name. This is used for custom library generation without using AI-generated images. If you want to use your own images for the video, you need to give the name of your custom image folder here. You'll find this folder inside the VidEmpire folder on your desktop under a subfolder called background image. Inside that, create a new folder with your own custom name, for example, sample images. Inside your custom folder, you must create 3 folders and put your images in them correctly. For long-form videos, the images should be in 1920x80 size. For short-form videos like YouTube Shorts, the images should be in 1080x 1920 size. There's also a thumbnail option. If you want to generate a custom thumbnail based on your own template, you can place it in the proper folder and the software will use it. So finally, in your input file, you need to write the background image folder name at the very end of the line. This part is only for those who want to use a custom image library. If you prefer using AI-generated images, then you don't need to write anything in the background image folder section. Even if you do, it won't work unless you select the custom generation option in the software settings. Let me show you how it works in the software. We're now opening the software. In the Options tab, you'll see a setting called Generate Image Using AI. If this option is checked, the software will use AI-generated images. Then you don't need to write anything at the end of the line on your input file. If you want to use your custom image library, then you need to uncheck this option and save the settings. Then you will need to write the background image folder name at the end of the line on your input file. There's also another option called Save Output. If this is checked, the AI-generated images will be saved in a folder named Output, AI-generated images. This is useful because you can reuse these saved images later. For example, if you've generated 100 images for a cat video, you can reuse those images by adding them to your custom image folder, e.g., a folder named Cat Images, and use them in future videos without using any AI generation model. Just make sure the images are in the correct size, 1920 x 1080 for long-form videos, 1080 x 920 for shorts. By reusing AI-generated images, you can save your credits and reduce your overall cost. That's all for now. I hope everything is clear. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You can create a support ticket or email us anytime. We're always here to help. Join our Facebook group and Discord for any queries and direct support. Thank you and goodbye.